taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week:
18 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run at not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
It's taken in by Quentin Johnston.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Anderson. And this is going to be incomplete.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this returnable for Hines.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Olsen.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Olsen.
Olave over the middle.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The Jaguars had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 15 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
A throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and a couple.
Operating from the gun. Olsen.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 23.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. And his throw is incomplete.
Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver.
And now it's 2nd down.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now Anderson. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Olsen.
Complete to Olave on the out route.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Back to throw. Olsen, throw left side, complete to Ingram.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Operating from the gun. Olsen firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Olsen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Throwing on first down. Anderson setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. 8
yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the bootleg. Anderson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now Anderson on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack. Can't get away, and he's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Hines now on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Tries the left side and finds Olave.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, Olsen. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Off play action, Olsen.
The pass caught by Olave.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On first and 10, Olsen. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Down back at the 27.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 24-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Anderson.
He gets it to Johnston.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The false start backs him up 5. First and 15. Looking to throw. Anderson. Flushed out right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Throwing on first down. Olsen.
To the sideline and incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
On second down, McCaffrey. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third down and 12. And this is going to be incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion. And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
To throw on second down, Olsen. Olave holds it in. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw again. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Olsen. Touchdown! Chase Claypool in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars would extend their lead here just before halftime. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is what, 3-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And able to get this out to the 25.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. They go play action here on first down. And Shark hauls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at him. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Quick slant finding Claypool.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
2nd and a yard at the 6-yard line.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Jags take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Anderson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Here's Anderson throwing on 3rd and long.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a first down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Looking to throw. Olsen. He'll check this down to Hines. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Finds Hines again for the completion.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. Back to throw. Olsen.
This one taken in by Olave.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the 3rd quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points, this is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Anderson.
Throw here taken in by Wiley, the tight end.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now Anderson.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Anderson.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jaguars back with it on offense.
They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. From the gun on 3rd down, Olsen.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Open man completes it to Claypool.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Chris Olave
laying himself out in the end zone.
And the Jaguars have opened the lead up to 30. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early, so now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
On 2nd down, right back to Hines.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
The Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They run again with Hines, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
This is Hines. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. That is caught. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On 1st down, Olsen. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They run with Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Off play action. Olsen. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
At the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Anderson.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
9 yards. First down, Colts.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And they'll start on the ground with Hines.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On the give, here's McBride.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A short throw to Ingram, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Off the play fake, Olsen.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Looking to throw. Anderson. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Off play action. Anderson. It returns it right back to Samuel. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and they will remain well behind. Well, a tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlepp-Rock, got that black cloud over their heads.
Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams. Now a 2nd and 6.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
3rd and 4.
Now it's Hines. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Jaguars, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they drop below 500